G'day everyone, it's Wade here from PlayStation Gamer Dad, brought to you by the power of PlayStation and Share Factory, and today we've got a pretty big deal. This is probably my biggest video yet, and that's because I am going to be explaining to you why I sold my PlayStation VR headset yesterday. So, if you've been following the PlayStation Gamer Dad Facebook page, then you would know in the past 18 months I've been really hyped, as has Player One, about the release of this headset. And I tell you what, it's been a long wait, it's been a big journey. I've sampled it on numerous occasions and now I'm sitting here and it's gone. So, where do I start? It's probably with the fact that, as you would know if you're on the page, I started feeling sick with it at the very early stages. Drive Club, Eve, Valkyrie, Battlezone, and there's a couple of others that I really struggled with, and it's the fact that the headset is sort of, Riggs Mechanized, that was another one. So the headset sort of looks around like this, and you're using your DualShock right here, if you can see it. It's a little bit funny, sorry about that, to move the character or the item that you're moving. So what I'm really finding is I could last probably 4 minutes or do a race in Drive Club, but as soon as I hit the wall on anything, then it would bump and my stomach would just start churning and I wouldn't be able to shake that feeling, it wouldn't go away. I'd sometimes get a little bit disorientated inside the headset. So that's probably the first thing. Moving away from the motion experiences and coming into stuff like we're looking at now, Tomb Raider, they were probably the better ones, right? Because I could stand there and I could look around, and when I was doing that, I would use something to warp somewhere. So I don't really walk around, and there's not a hell of a lot of rush coming past my face. Now, I do want to clarify with you, I don't experience any form of motion sick as yet. Planes, cars, motorbikes, trucks, buses, anything. I haven't experienced it. So that's probably the big thing, is the motion sickness. The second thing that I've probably been thinking about a lot over the weekend is this. Whenever I've come out of the headset, and I've spent probably 12 hours to 15 hours in the headset now, whenever I've come out of it, I've always felt tired and nauseous. And it's energy sapping. You know, Dex wrote a very different perspective on VR for the PSGD.com website only 2 weeks ago, and he said he came out of it tired. And I sort of talked to him, I said, you're out of control, right? I'm not tired. He's like, no mate, he's like, it really, really hurt me. Every time I've come out of the headset this weekend, I've felt tired and I've just wanted to go to sleep. Now, being a dad and being someone just like you guys who probably works all day, think about it. You get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, you do the breakfast with the family, you go to work, you have a whole bunch of different time consumption things or activities that you've got on, you're concentrating all day, you come home, and in Australia we're coming into summer now, so it's going to start getting hot. Do you want to put on a headset and feel tired again when you already are tired? Not for me, seriously, not for me at all. And this formed a large part of my decision to sell the headset, because I don't think coming home after a massive day of work and putting a headset on is a good idea. I just want to sit down, I want to engage in something on the screen. I don't need to be immersed to that level. So that's probably my second biggest point. Third biggest point for me is just, I don't feel the tracking is up to specification. So I don't feel like the camera that I'm using right now, which is on the PlayStation, is up to spec. I don't think it can pick up the tracking, the headset and the controllers as it needs to. We did do a really, really small test, right? We threw the controller up and down whilst the headset was in. We could probably catch it 1 out of 4 to 5 times because the camera was struggling to pick it up. Now, you guys can all say, well, did you set up this thing correctly? We did. We went over and over and over the setup on the headset and on the camera, and we just couldn't get it to work the way we thought that it should work. There's a few tiny little integration issues that I don't really like, and one of them is whenever you have the Move controllers and you put them down somewhere, usually it's out of the field of play for a start, which is an issue. But the next one is when you're inside the headset, you can't see where the Move controllers are. So on the HTC Vive, for example, whenever you put the controllers down, inside the headset, whenever you look around, you see a silhouette of the controller where it is, and you can simply walk over and pick it up. Now, PlayStation VR isn't a gimmick, okay? Like, I'm trying to be as objective as possible. It's not a gimmick. People argued that the Wii was a gimmick. Now, I don't think that was either. It got people off the couch, it got people excited and happy, and people got to fling a controller around. I don't think PlayStation VR is a gimmick at all. That's for sure. The level of immersion inside that headset is really good. And when you put headphones on, it's fantastic, right? Like, it really is a good piece of kit. I just don't think the experiences are where I need them to be at the moment. And by comparison, for a reference, spending about 6 hours in a HTC Vive headset, I didn't come out of that headset feeling sick at all. The only real differences between the two are the fact that you've got room scaling and a play space, so you can actually walk around in a HTC Vive, and they're running almost 4K inside their screens, and it's locked at about 90 Hz refresh. Now, PlayStation has a combined resolution of 1080p and a refresh rate of between 90 and 120 Hz. I believe, personally, that the resolution is really hampering it for me. To wrap up, guys, I have to put this out there. It's a big disclaimer, and that is, just because I had a bad experience doesn't mean that you guys will as well. But if I can give you one bit of advice, please go find a PlayStation VR unit somewhere. Australia are still going to do roadshows. And get time in it. See how you feel with it. You know, and I'm not just talking about 2 minutes at a roadshow. If you've got a friend who's got one, go spend an hour in it and see how you feel afterwards. And please, if you're going to do anything, sample other headsets. I urge you to look at the HTC Vive. It is more expensive, but hey, if you don't want to be maybe feeling sick and feel tired all the time, go have a look at that headset, because it's an important one. Guys, that's pretty much it for me today. There's a lot of other reasons why I could probably tell you I don't think PlayStation VR is the way just yet, but I'm at 7 minutes now, and I'll be lucky if you guys are still listening. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and jump over to the Facebook page and have a bit of a chat to us about how you're going with your PlayStation VR. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time. Enjoy the rest of your weekends, and enjoy the PlayStation gaming.